double prizes. Welcome to another episode of TC Finds. Here's a 1992 Ford F-250 welding truck. And this behind me is a 1992 Ford F-350 non-welding truck. And that's the other guy with the mustache. That's my brother, believe it or not.
I've been in an episode before.
You've seen him before. So this truck we use every single day. And the front end, we'll take a look in a second, but it's like that. It's not good. And it's not solid front axle. That truck has a better front end with a solid front axle because the F-250s didn't have a solid one. The F-350s did. Everyone said, oh, fix this truck. Well, to heck with it. We're parting it out. So we're going to swap front ends today. And turbos? No, we're not going to swap the turbo yet. So we need to get this lifted up, yank it out, and get started. But let's take a look first.
It's alive! Because his head's too fat to fit one.
You know what we got to do is turn the key.
It's happening!
Beauty is only skin deep. Ugly goes to the bone. As you can see, well, the camera doesn't know justice. But we're wore out. We are near riding on, the bump stop right up in there. I know you can't tell, but it's real bad. This one is in a lot better shape. And it is a solid front axle. Everything appears to be the same. I'm gonna order shocks, maybe that stabilizer, and hopefully that'll be all we need to make the two into one. Let's get started. Oh, it's nice and warm today. So we got it pretty maxed out, holding this front end up. And yeah, we're gonna pull some bolts and see what happens. All right, we have everything disconnected, brake lines disconnected, pitman arm disconnected, sway bar end links. So all we got to do is the end of the leaves, and she'll be ready to drop. Oh, she's stuck on the chock. I can pinch a chock. Te digo otra vez. All right. Right.
My shock.
Your shock is still holding it.
Yep.
Let go. Let go already, shock. Alas, we just have a jack and nothing else. Oh yeah, here it is. I did a good job at all that. Now I think I'm gonna maybe rebuild this real quick. Then we'll throw it in there. So now, with black magic bleach white, we are just gonna clean things up. My brother's gone to pick up parts. And we're going to rebuild this front end. That means we're just gonna spray paint it flat black, but that's okay. It'll look brand new. We are doing a new steering stabilizer and new shocks, so that's something. A lot of other YouTubers like other stuff. I like the Rust-Oleum because it's meant to not be prepped. Not like all these other things. You just kind of coat it and it starts to look brand new. Maybe on concrete you could tell. I mean, barely. It doesn't do it justice. But we're on concrete. Life will be easier now, right? Big little brother. We got his date and we got my bad land. And we're gonna make magic happen. Let me just look. That's a whopping 2 inches. And you could tell we've hit it because of that. She might have been a little wore out. We got everything disconnected. Now just do the spring hanger bolts. And this piece of crap is out of here. Who would want that?
Fords.
Fords. Well, at least they did right on their 1 tons. So we're gonna yank that piece of crap out of here. And we got some stuff to unbolt up there. Brackets and things to make the solid axle work. But it's going good. Now we are at the bolt everything back in stage. So miscellaneous brackets such as that over there were all bolted up in here and all that side. But the F-350 had that there bracket that has these sway bar end link brackets, and the bolt holes are there. So it's pretty easy if you find a donor to just swibbity swap. Know what I'm saying?
Easy for now.
Easy.
We ain't done yet.
We're not done yet. I think it's time to bring the rebuilt rear end over, or front end over here, huh?
Freshly rebuilt.
Well, things are getting buttoned up here. Got the sway bar end links mounted. Got bolts and the leaf springs. Brother Coco is putting in a chock. They're nice and yellow. Oh, here, let me touch that paint before we stick that in there. It's going good. Dang, that yellow looks good. Notice how I painted the rotor, because, you know, hack things. But it's going together pretty good. We're running out of light pretty quick, so we're having a hurry. Well, night has set upon us, but we are at the ending stages, putting jantes on, and now I actually have all my lug nuts. A couple studs were broke off from those old wheels, or that old axle. Looking pretty snazzy. I'm curious how it's going to sit. What do you think, brother?
It should be straight.
Yeah.
Should be.
A lot better. The other one had a tickle a sag, but nothing like,
The
yeah.
Longo, this one.
Yeah, Wongo. Final wheel is going on. We had one leaf spring bolt that was boogered up that we had to replace. So we had to break out the come along, and we got it. I guess it's time to replace the racing slicks finally, huh?
Yeah.
They're a little wore out. But check out that fancy schmancy black spray painted front end. Oh, I gotta touch it up right there. I just can't wait to see how it sits.
Okay, it's just on that one.
Whoa. Wow. It actually sits better. It's sitting hella high.
Yeah, it is.
It'll settle though.
Oh, yeah. She looks more proper, too.
Yeah. She doesn't look so wore out. Oh, yeah.
Man, I've never seen it like that.
I've never seen it like that either. It's been wore out the whole time we've had it. Wow. Well.
Wheel well looks empty.
Yeah. Now we can run 35s.
This has been an afternoon.
Just an afternoon. 3 hours. 3 hours. Well, now the test drive. It is very high, isn't it?
Yeah. We got a little bit of play in this steering.
There's play? Like more play than before?
I think so. She definitely needs an alignment now.
Yeah. To align all the wore out stuff that we just stuffed right under it.
We'll go down and turn around and see if it still does the choppy thing.
Yeah. Brakes? Yeah? Let's check brakes again. That's just the only thing that worries me. Oh, that brake's good.
Yeah.
Brake's nice and even.
Wants to pull right.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. Yeah, it wants to pull really hard right.
Oh, with the alignment, not the brakes.
No, not the brakes.
Oh, okay. Well, that could all be fixed.
I mean, steering wheel's, you know, crooked.
Oh.
That's fine.
Well, we might be able to do a halfway alignment with tape measuring things. Maybe. Oh, yeah. All right, thoughts before we go mimis.
Bigger, badder, and better.
Yep, the 3 Bs.
And blue.
Oh, 4 Bs. And belting truck. 6
Board.
Bs. Board?
Borg.
Oh.
Borg. Isn't that the name of
Borg.
it?
Maybe. Oh, it's a Borg? Yeah, board. Yeah, so that's at least 3 to 4 inches higher. It needs an alignment. Needs tires. And probably needs some front end parts. But aside from that, though, I'm tickled pink. I guess next is the rear. And the turbo. It'll be so mean with the turbo.
She don't need to be mean. Look at it.
Meaner.
I'm the one that drives it like every day.
Well,
She makes it up the hills.
It's
and
my
down
favorite
the
truck.
hills.
A turbo, I say. We'll see. Well, it's time for the spaghetti and the meatballs. So the last thing for the time being, what I'm going to do is snag those lift blocks. That way the front will match the rear of the Ford, because that rear end is wrong year and wrong gearing. So it's probably junk anyway. Just 4 bolts. Easy to get to with the old mishmacky. Just a digga. Mantequilla. So just for us to do a comparison, before the lift block, we'll call it 34 inches dead on to the bottom of the lip. Now we're going to put the blocks in and see if it evens it with the front. Now, the blocks are for everything, but that rear end isn't. Hey, Puppy Pond. Maybe I can get this baby to balance. So here's our comparison side by side. We're going from 2 inch to like 6. Let me measure that. I'm pretty curious. Got one side in, though. Don't look at that. Got one side in. I need to kick that U-bolt over a little. But that side's in. The other side's hanging. And I'll probably do new rear shocks while we're at it. Where's that tape? Here's that tape. We're going from, yeah, we'll call it 2 inch. We're going, yeah, 4 inch. Hopefully it's not too tall. Got her done. I'm doing this so my welding table will be this much higher, so it's that much more difficult to work. Less practical. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all, really. Maybe it just needs a little love. Survey says we were at 34 inches. I'm gonna guess we should be at 38, but I doubt. I bet we're gonna be like 37. Dang, boy! Well, technically we're like 36 and 7/8. But that's enough to improve it and level it. Next, Yantes. And we're gonna get them from a little something y'all know and maybe even cherish. Wah, wah, wah. Yep. Gonna rob them off the M880. I don't want to, but there's a brand new tire right there. And the rest are in decent shape and they'll match. I've been wanting to do those steel wheels on this truck for a long time. And I use this truck every day. I use this truck once an episode that it's starring in. So, unfortunately, they gotta go. Ooh, that's pretty substantial. I'm wondering if we're gonna rub, and I'm wondering if we're gonna rub, and I'm wondering if we're gonna rub. On all counts. We'll see. I'm sorry again. So problem one, these bottom out. These obviously don't. But thank God these fit from the spacer. So we'll probably just leave the spacers on there and just stick those on it. It's not gonna hurt anything. So here's half the reason I've been needing to get tires, because there ain't much left there. Not much at all. It's a little older, but the other one's new in the rear. So I'll buy one new one and make that the spare. You mount up Chanda. Be perfect. Oh, I've been dreaming. Ooh. This is cracked. Come take a closer look. That, my friends, is a stout truck now. It was stout before, but the Steelies just do something. And obviously the 35s, but man, it just went from welding truck to just total hoss. Total hoss. Man, I've been dreaming and waiting for this day that I do this. Obviously, we need the rear end, sure. But this is the final form. Look, all that jack's in the way. Dang. That's pretty slick. Hello and welcome to this quick clip from TC Finds. I'm Tyler Dylan Cox, and sitting behind me is my 1976 Dodge M880. 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive, 4-speed. You've seen it in an episode or 3 of TC Finds, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own this truck. Yes, I'm putting it up for sale because I'm poor. So it runs good, 318, just simple little truck. It has some rust issues, but not weird rust issues. Well, they're weird rust issues, but fairly simple. No drip rail rust, no floor rust, but inner door, around the door corners, just kind of weird stuff. But anyways, if you want this truck, message me. Located Central Texas. Well, this truck has come a really long way since I pulled out of the weeds and the sticks 4 years ago. I use it every day. It's literally the best truck I own. The solid front end has been the most amazing swap ever. It works tremendously. Well, in theory, the 4-wheel drive works, but we know it works. The rear end, it's all I'm lacking. But you won't see it on this episode, and you probably won't see it on YouTube, but you'll see it on Instagram or a post once I find that. That's the last key to the puzzle. And the only next step will maybe be swap that turbo from that green truck over, which still may do. But until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. And if you haven't, please subscribe. See you next time. Oh, and thanks to my brother for all his help.